failing wisely is important. So if you think like an entrepreneur, it doesn't mean that you're never going to fail. In fact, the entrepreneurs that I interviewed in this research project, they are failing all the time, but they're failing wisely. So what does that mean? It means they're setting a ratio, right? 1 in 5 things I try won't work. That's what I'm going for. Or 1 in 10 things. And different people will set different failure ratios. The idea is that you don't want a 0 ratio. A 0 ratio means a perfect record, and that means you haven't tried something new. You haven't actually pushed into the innovation curve. So this is Jessica Heron. She's the founder of Stella and Dot, previously the founder of WeddingChannel.com. And what she says is 1 in 3. That's her ratio. 1 in 3 things she tries won't work, and that's what she's going for. At Stella and Dot, she's got a workforce of stylists. It's a women's direct selling company. And she just tells the stylists, you know, give me the feedback as fast as possible, love it or lose it. Love this product, lose it out of our inventory. And they will lose 1/3. And that's success for Jess. At Google, Eric Schmidt instituted a 70-20-10 ratio, right? 70% of your time on core business, 20% of your time on side business related, 10% on total moonshots. That 10% is most likely failure, but it also may produce just spectacularly wonderful results. Now, we've talked a little bit about incremental failure, but what if you absolutely run into a catastrophic failure? So, what if you're the captain of the Titanic? You hit an iceberg. That is a really big problem. The Titanic had 2,200 people on board. They had 16 lifeboats. Okay, what are you going to do? We all know what happened in this story, right? In 2 hours and 40 minutes, the Titanic sank. Only 705 people survived. Less than 1/3 of the people survived. But what if you could think like an entrepreneur? What if you could be resourceful, even in that terribly desperate moment? What if you could think to yourself, what do I have on this boat that will keep people alive? There were tables, wooden tables, lots of them. Those would stay afloat. You could use deck chairs as paddles. You could use the car tires. There were cars and trucks aboard as floating inner tubes. What if you could even use the iceberg as an island? The iceberg was known to be about 400 feet long, and it was not going to sink. What if you could use your lifeboats as ferry boats and ferry passengers over to stand on the ice island? There would have been ways to save lives if you could think in a different way. You know, I used this example a couple weeks ago. I was teaching at Stanford. We're teaching executive education to Hispanic entrepreneurs. And this is a case the Harvard Business Review has recently put forward. We were talking about it. How can you be resourceful? How can you fail wisely?